Hey, what's up? What's up? This is Robert J. Parker. Welcome to this video. What I wanted to do today was I wanted to go ahead and introduce myself to you guys briefly and just share with you some information about this whole project with Panama City Beach, Florida. Like I said, my name is Robert J. Parker. I live in the St. Louis area. I'm a 41-year-old entrepreneur. I'm a domain investor, web developer that shares his life with his beautiful wife of 19 plus years and two of the world's greatest boys. My boys are 14 and 4 years old. I have been blessed to be able to work out of my home. And to be honest with you, my commute to work is 2 steps out of my bed to right here where I'm at, which is my home office, my workstation. And so I don't have to worry about traffic and things like that. I work from home. I've been working from home off and on for the last 15 to 18 years. Probably out of that, I've worked at home probably about 12 to 14 of those years. I'm here recently the last 3 years straight in a row. I invest in web-based properties such as websites, blogs, things like that. I also operate a service division that actually does basic web design for local mom and pop shops. And one of the things that I've been working on for the last 10 years as a hobby is buying domains. And here recently, I've actually took a shift in my business and I'm moving certain aspects of domain investing to the forefront of my business model. And one of them is where my investment company is acquiring what we call geo-based domains. And these are domain names that are based around geographical areas, so cities, resort areas, things like that. And that's one of the things I'm going to be discussing with you guys here. Let's go over to my blog. This is my website right here, webpropertiesdirect.com. If you head over to my blog, this is a new blog I put together. And on this blog, this is where you probably found this video, as a matter of fact. I'm talking about a recent trip that I took to the Panama City Beach, Florida area with my family. We try to go on vacation once a year, once every other year. And we go to a lot of cool places. Last year we took a 7-day cruise down in the Cayman Islands. We went to Mahogany Bay, Belize, Cayman Islands, and Cozumel. This year we decided to go back down to Panama City Beach, Florida. We had went there almost 10 years ago when we did a camping trip in the Florida area 10 years ago. But when we originally visited the area, it wasn't a lot going on. They had just suffered, I think, one of the hurricanes. That was the season where they had multiple hurricanes down in Florida. So the beach was kind of quiet. Wasn't a lot of people on the beach. A lot of the shops were closed up. But fast forward to this year, we went down there and man, my mind, I was blown away. I was blown away at all the development that had took place. I was blown away at the level of development that was down there. And the whole experience, was really cool. We love to camp. Now, picture this. We were able to secure a campsite that was 5 minutes walking distance from the beach in the main strip. Now, this campsite only cost us $30 per campsite for it. You could put one tent on this campsite. Our tent fit 8. It was 4 of us in our tent, and then my in-laws and my sister-in-law had another tent. So we had 2 campsites for a total of $60 a day. We had electricity right across the street from this campsite, which was cool because they had RVs and then they had the wooded area for you to camp with tents. Right across the street was the public library. So I could just walk across the street, access the internet. Even though they had internet at the campsite, they had Wi-Fi at the campsite, I could go over, get in the air, access their internet. And then the cool thing was, if you walked from our tent back through a back trail, in 5 minutes you would be on the main drag of Panama City Beach, Florida. And if you check out the pictures that I included there with all the colorful buildings and things like that, and the mini golf course and stuff like that, this was all sitting right behind our campgrounds on the main strip. Now, what I want to talk to you guys today was I wanted to talk to you the reason why I decided to invest inside this area. First of all, because I have a passion for the area. The area, I love that area. I love the environment. I love what you can do in that area. I love what they're doing in that area. And so when I came home, I told myself I was going to do a little research and I was going to choose me a domain name to build a virtual property around, a web asset around. And so I ended up getting Panama City, Florida guide. Okay, and I'm going to show you right here. This is so I got Panama City FL guide. And the reason I did with the FL, because when I went inside of my software, I saw that a large number of people were searching for Panama City FL. And so I got a domain name that matched that search criteria, but something else that would be very, very brandable down there. So Panama City, Florida Guide is what this is going to be. Now, when you think about it, Panama City, Florida Guide, okay? This sounds authoritarian. That's why I built this around this particular name and brand, because as I put the website together, I wanted to actually create, you know, a brand that would signify if you're in Panama City Beach, Florida, if you're renting out condos, houses, hotel rooms, if you're operating a shop, if you're doing any type of service, anything like that, you need to be listed in this guide. Okay, so that's what I did. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys kind of like a virtual tour. Now, this picture here, I'm gonna show you. This is me on the beach at Panama City Beach, Florida. Now you see this building here? Okay, now this is the cool thing. I'm gonna pull it up. This is an aerial shot of it. Now that building that I showed you here, these are similar developments that are here. Okay, now this beach line is huge because I'm gonna take you to, now this is where, let me find it again. This is right in the little area that we were in. Okay, now if you look along here, we were getting ready to go down to St. Andrews so we could actually videotape and take pictures of a sunset at the state park. But we were able to get it here, so we didn't end up going down here, so we stayed in this area here. Okay, so and basically, if you look here, these are all major hotels or major lodging or condo developments. Now, what we're looking at, we're not even looking at all the private homes that are owned by individual investors, and there's a ton of them along this area. And actually, in the inside the photo gallery, I show you a lot of pictures of these developments and stuff like this. So make sure you look through the photo guide. Okay, so just wanted to show you huge area. Now, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you some of the websites. And first of all, let me backtrack. Let me show you something else. Now, basically, the business model that I'm getting ready to do with Panama City, Florida Guide is going to be similar to, let me pull up a couple things here. It's going to be similar to what you see here. Now, this particular site is put together by the Visitor Bureau or the Tourist Bureau in the area. Okay, but this is a perfect example of what we'll be putting together. And we're going to be competing head to head with this and several other sites. Now, this is the cool thing about developing out virtual real estate that's built around a geolocation. Now, the whole goal for my investment company is to build out a site that has a lot of quality content, that provides a lot of information and access to the resources people are looking for, and to get it ranked on Google. Now, I don't have to be the only site on the front page of Google. I just have to be one of the top ones. And so our whole focus is going to be building out a good user experience, something that puts a lot of value out there in the marketplace with information, but then also getting it to rank at the top of Google. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about right quick. Okay, so let's go to Google. Okay, let's put in Panama City, Florida. Okay, this would be Panama City, Florida's search results here. Okay, so if we're going for this area, now this is paid advertising. Let's go ahead and search for it so we can pull it up. Okay, this is paid advertising here. Over here are paid ads. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to rank somewhere on this first page. Okay, again, we don't have to be the only one on the page. We just have to be one of a few. This one right here is actually a site that's put together by the Panama City government. This is a Wikipedia site. Then this one right here is a tourism site. That's the one we're looking at right now. Okay, so this is one of the sites we'll be going head to head. Now, in the first phase of development, the first phase of launch, our site is not going to look anything like this. You know, I'm going to be totally honest with you. This would probably be here, would probably be the equivalent of having almost, I would say almost like a couple years of development for me, for myself and my company, my team. You know, we're not looking to develop something now, because when you get in here and look at this, this is a real extensive site, okay? Really extensive. They have a lot of information, a lot of details and stuff like that on this site, okay? So we know that we're not going to be here by the time we launch. You know, our site is going to be very small, but we're going to build it as we go. We're going to sell ads as we go. And but this is what we're competing against. This is what we want to go in and compete against. Okay, again, the stakes are high, and I'm going to show you why the stakes are high. Okay, in a minute. Okay, now if you go here and you come back to here, let's get back out of here. Okay, let's get back to Google. Okay, Google wants to act up, so we're going to go ahead and directly type it in. Let's say Panama City Beach hotels. Okay, you see all these hotels that come up here at the top of Google? All these are potential advertisers in the Panama City Beach area. Okay, again, we're not talking about condos per se. These are just classified as hotels. We're not talking about all the private homes that are rented out to tourists and visitors and things like that in the area. Okay, let me say Panama City Beach condos. Okay. Okay, so what we're looking at is the search results for Panama City Beach condos. Again, paid advertising here. And so like if you, let's see if you click on this. This is a paid ad. It'll bring you up a site that has listings on it from those who are looking to actually put their condos in front of the tourist crowd. And so when you click here, you know, you have information. Now this looks like a realtor that's doing this one right here. And she has some of the listings that she's representing. And she's doing paid advertisement up here. If we go to this one here, let's see what this one shows. Okay, now official. Okay, let's see who this is about. Okay, so anyway, this would probably be one of our competitors here. Okay, so what they're doing is the same thing. All these condos are listed here. And what happens is that if you're looking to rent a condo, you can come here and click on one of these listings and you can get information. You know, you get pictures, things like that about it. They'll tell you the prices and things like that. Now, we're going to be taking this original business model, like I said, this one here, a heavy content site, and mixing it with something like this here. But it's going to end up looking more like this here as far as our search engine. You know, the engine that we're going to have that's on the list. Now, basically what happens is you come here and click on this deal right here. Okay, what this is a 4-bedroom luxury beachfront condo, 300 feet balcony, the 10-inch ceiling in Panama City Beach. And basically what you get here is you get information here. You see how many bedrooms, how many baths. This one would sleep 10 people. It has a pool. It has a hot tub. The cost of it is $180 to $500 a night, or you can rent it for $900 to $2,900 a week, or you can rent it out by the month by $1,800. Now, a month could be a company. It could be a corporate retreat. It could be some entrepreneurs that are looking to be in the area, or it could be a family, just a family who's looking to stay down there for a month. Okay, so anyway, they come here. It talks about that this is a deal, and this deal is running for so long. Here is information on the condo here, a map that shows you. And then the cool thing, it shows you the property availability thing. Okay, and you go down here, and again, here's the rates and things like that. So like if you were to rent this out between April the 12th to May the 18th, you're going to pay $1,400 to $1,800 a week, so $260 per night. Now, if you wait to May to August, you're going to spend $2,000 to $2,900 a week. Okay, November, which is in the wintertime, will get you $900 to $1,800 per week. But then again, you know, it's really cool because you can click on here and you can look at the photos and things like that. You can see how the rooms look, how these condos look. And you can go down here and you can click on these and look at these too. Okay, so really cool. Then they have a feedback mechanism put in, so people go on there and they actually leave their reviews and feedback. And also, the visitor to the site can actually directly contact the owner of this listing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think the cost for these companies to advertise on here, I think was right at $78 a year, something like that. Okay, we just ran into a problem with that. We had to close that down. But anyway, it was like $78 a year for them to advertise on here. And there was a lot of listings. Like if I go in here and put in Panama City Beach, Florida, okay, there's 420 listings that they have on here. So it's not bad inventory. Okay, so we're going to be going after that market. We're also going to be going after the market such as small businesses in the area. So local dining establishments, local nightclubs, attractions, things like that. You know, we're going to be doing that. Now, the actual way our site is going to be set up, it's going to be like I said, it's going to be a hybrid between something like this. You know, I don't know particularly how we're going to do the layout or what kind of theme we're going to build it on, but it's going to be a nice looking site. It's going to have where people can come in, they can look at the local residents and things like that, lodging, and they can actually get information there. Now, I'm not going to get into too many details about how we're going to make the money and how we're going to work this out with our advertisers and stuff like this, but just understand that there's a huge potential as far as return on investment when you talk about direct listings from advertisers, and also the second thing, which we're going to be actually working on, which is lead generation to the condos and things like that. So we have a mix that we're going to be doing here. But another thing we're going to be doing with our site that these two are not doing, as anything I know of, we're going to be also publishing a web-based downloadable magazine or a shopper like you see that come out in a lot of your local markets where there's coupons and different things for you to go do in the area. We're going to be producing that we're going to make available on our site for free download. And we are also going to put feet on the street in that area, and we're going to actually distribute like 5,000 to 10,000 copies in the Panama City Beach, Florida area once we get things going. So we're going to have an offline component supporting our online component, and we're going to have several different business models built inside of one. So we're really excited about that. So basically, that's what we're looking to do with that area. You know, so make sure you just check back to this. I'll be constantly adding updates and stuff to this post just to kind of keep you guys updated on what it is that I'm trying to do with this whole Panama City, Florida guide. Again, this is not something that's going to take place over the next 3 months. You know, I'm looking at between the last quarter of this year, like right now we're in the middle of August. It's going to probably take us to January to get phase 1 launched. And that's to have a site up with some type of relevant content on it. It's also going to take us about 6 months to get it to hit the top of Google with the way we're going to be doing things. So in January, you should see this site at the top of Google, you know, for the terms that we're targeting and stuff. And then what will happen is January, the way I'm looking at January is between now and January, I will be sending out information packages to all the local condo associations, the hotels and private residents that I can actually come across in all the small businesses. And then in January, myself and probably a couple other individuals, you know, will be taking a trip down there for probably about a week, and we'll be hitting the pavement, talking to these different potential advertisers and stuff. But one of the things I'll also be doing is I'll be also looking for a commission-only sales rep down in the area, and also somebody to be our live feet on the street person as a representative in that area too. So we'll have 2 people that'll be on the streets in there, and then our team will be going down to get things jump started and stuff like that. So looking forward to it. Very, very excited. Make sure you guys check back for updates.